Bennett from EQPTV here, and I'm here with Joe from Gojira. So,
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How has 2013 been for Gojira so far?
Let me think. Very good. Amazing. You know, since we started, it's growing very organically for us. You know, we were never pushed by a big record company from the start, or you know, we never had this big song on the radio or anything. So it's the way it's growing is very, very interesting, and 2013 is going the same direction. You know, it's going up, so it's really good.
Now, France isn't very well renowned for its metal scene. Was it difficult to get Gojira's name out there?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny that you say that, because when we started, it was famous for the lack of bands in France, you know, and it's pretty new actually. It's since I would say since 10 years there's a scene rising in France.
Yeah.
So it's quite new, but it was hard to become an international band technically, being from France, because we were almost the first one, you know.
Yeah.
Some bands toured outside before, but never too much.
But you got a lot of attention when you released From Mars To Sirius, which fans will say is their favourite album. How do you feel your career would have panned out had you not released that album?
It's impossible to say, because an album is, especially this one, we spent maybe 10 months, maybe 1 year working on this. So it's a whole part of our life that we worked very hard. We would get in the practice room in the morning and leave in the evening, and having discussions, jamming, you know, playing, being not inspired and then inspired. So it's such a long period to compose this album. I cannot imagine the career of the band without this. You know what I mean? It would be science fiction almost.
Last year you released your fifth album, L'Enfant Sauvage, and it topped countless lists across magazines and websites, saying it was one of the best albums of the year. How does that kind of critical response make you feel?
Oh, great. Very good. You know, when we started to play, it was just because we were fans of music, and then growing up, well, you need to do something in the society. You need to get a job. You know what I mean? So at some point we're like, okay, what do we do? You know? But the band was, you know, growing. So at one day we decided, okay, let's do this for a living. You know, and it sucks because you need to ask money to play. So all of a sudden you're selling what you're doing at some point. But we got into that a long time ago, knowing what we were doing, and we're not, you know, when you say that a band is selling out, it means they forget about what's important in the music and what's dear to their heart. It's just selling and making money, right?
Yeah.
But we make no compromise. We do exactly what we want to do, but still we're selling our music somehow.
And I think that idea that you've not lost the fire in your belly that you had at the beginning of career is something that fans can really relate to, and it's maybe why Gojira have been named one of the most exciting bands in modern music. Do you feel that because you haven't lost your focus as being a band, do you feel that's really helped Gojira become the band they are?
What do you mean by that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just wondering, because you haven't lost focus as a band, do you feel that's really helped the band grow?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because for us it's important why we're doing this, you know, the intention behind the music. And it's funny because it evolves. At first you just want to play because you want to play and you don't even explain why, and then you growing up, you make different connections in your brain, or you become stupider, or you change anyway. So maybe you need to find a reason why you do this. But for us, it makes sense. You know, we feel completely comfortable with what we're doing, and if we try, even for fun, to make a song with a chorus and a verse, something more catchy, it just doesn't work for us. You know what I mean? We need to play the music that moves us deep inside, and we feel blessed and lucky that people get it, people like it, and people buy shirts and CDs, and that's how we pay our rent. and our bills, you know. So it works great. We have the balance.
But you said that it's only in the wake of Gojira that France has really had a metal scene that people are kind of looking at and taking notice of. Do you feel kind of responsible for the state of European metal in that kind of area?
Wow, that would be a very. We're part of this, yeah. We're part of this, yeah. In a way, bands told us, you know, in France especially, wow, if you guys can make it, we can make it. So we don't give up, you know. So at least we're an inspiration for some bands. Yeah.
And my final question is, what's next for Gojira?
What's next? Well, we're in a kind of routine right now, you know. We're releasing albums and then going on tour, and then 2 years later releasing another album. So I guess if I look at the schedule, there's another album coming out. But we want to make a great album. You know, we're hungry still. So the new album is going to be mind-blowing. I hope.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
Pleasure.